When life knocks you down, try to land on your back because if you can look up, you can get up. Les Brown, of course. And I am so excited this morning. I want to just start soaring. I feel like I'm soaring. I'm rising up like the phoenix. We all are. I'm just feeling like soaring this morning because that's what I'll be doing because I'm having an amazing conversation for episode 237 of the Entrepreneurial You podcast with none other than the Les Brown. Now, Les, one of the world's most renowned motivational speakers, Les Brown is a dynamic personality and highly sought after resource in business and professional circles for Fortune 500 CEOs, small business owners, nonprofits, and community leaders from all sectors of society looking to expand opportunity. For many, many decades, he has not only studied the science of achievement, he's mastered it by interviewing hundreds of successful business leaders and collaborating with them in the boardroom, translating theory into bottom line results for his clients. So I am really looking forward to this conversation that I'm having with Les Brown. Now, Les, welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. I do apologize for the technical difficulties we had on this end. I take full responsibility, but it's a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be in the presence of greatness.
Absolutely. And I love how the alliteration is going. I love alliterations too. So yes, I love that. Love that. I know you've been to Jamaica several times. So let me just start off by asking you, what's your favorite thing about Jamaica and Jamaicans?
Well, I was told that.
Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
I can't believe I'm going to share this. That my birth mother was down in Florida and cutting sugar cane, and she met this guy from Kingston, and he fixed her some curry chicken, and she got pregnant.
So I'm going to believe that story because it's highly likely. It is highly likely.
I'm just kidding.
I
I
know.
love the entrepreneurial spirit of Jamaicans. It's so much a part of me, being a no matter what person. And when I look at my life and people ask me, how did you get here against all odds, having no money and having the complexion of rejection? How did you get here? And it's through being unstoppable and relentless and just saying, I'm going to make it happen no matter what, in pursuit of the dream that I had of taking care of my mother. As you know, I'm adopted, one of 7 children, first a foster kid. So that was the drive that caused me to become unstoppable, my willingness to want to give my mother a better life. And one of the things about Jamaicans, when they come to America, they don't come here to sit down on the couch and watch Netflix. No, they come in and they're going to work 5 or 6 jobs.
Yeah,
whatsoever it takes to get the job done.
That is true. That is true. And we have one of your friends here too who has said to tell you hello. That's Alicia Little, and she's online as well. So we have some amazing folks who have come here to listen to us have this conversation. And there is a line that a quote that I use from you all the time, and what has inspired me so many years that I've been listening to you and watching you, Les. And is that when life knocks you down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. And God knows I have been through several of those circumstances, and even now just trying to navigate my way through one where I felt that I was in the bottom of a pit, right? And this time in the bottom of a pit, my face was turned downwards. I'm thinking, it was turned downwards, and I felt hopeless. But then reaching out and doing all the things that entrepreneurs do and persons with positive mindsets do, what I did, I turned around on my back. So now I can look up and getting out of that pit. So you're no longer just there hopeless. So my question to you regarding that quote, which has inspired me and so many other people, what what led you to say those words, one, and how has those words really motivated and inspired you over the years? Because I know that you have been through lots of stuff yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Because life is full of disruptions and surprises. I'm 76 and I just laid eyes on my birth parents 2 weeks ago. You can't make this stuff up. I'm 76. And I just discovered two brothers and a sister that I have that I didn't know. My oldest son did a search on 23andMe, I think it was, and located them. And so you're going to have things. My favorite book says, "Think it not strange that you will face the fiery furnaces of this world." You will, not you might, you will have tribulations. So that's a part of the process. "Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, that having done all to stand." And that stand is it's courageousness and being resilient and coming back again and again and again. A friend of mine, Willie Jolly, one of my mentors that I've trained in speaking, he has a saying that a setback is a setup for a comeback. We all have
Hallelujah.
comeback power. Yes, we all have comeback power. And most of us don't test ourselves. We're stronger than we give ourselves credit for being.
Yeah. We all have comeback power.
Yes.
That's the reality. That's truth. That's fact, no matter what. How do you activate it, however? That's the question.
You have to get to a point where you say, "I've had it. I'm not going out like this. I'm not going to live like this. This is not me." See, life is a fight for territory. And once, Camille, that you stop fighting for what you don't want will automatically take over. Frederick Douglass said something that's very important. He said, everything we get, when you think about it, we won't get it without a fight, but everything we get, there will be a fight. And so get ready. That's a part of the process. It's not personal. It's just the way that it is. Rise up, you mighty people, as Marcus Garvey would say, the first motivational speaker on the planet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're honorary Jamaican. We're taking you. We're owning you. No, we all know that too, but many people, in spite of all that you've said and the power to dig within, people give up. Why do you think people no longer fight? They don't think that they have a last fight in them and just give up. Why?
First of all, people who give up have skinny children. That's number one. And number two, they don't know how strong they are, and they throw in the towel on themselves. And so you don't know how strong you are until you have to be strong. We many times throw in the towel on ourselves and our dreams and our gifts prematurely. It's hard. And you have to have a mindset that it's possible that I can do this, that if anybody at any point in time had a dream or goal or something they wanted to do with their lives, then it's possible that I can do it too. And it's necessary that you not be a wimp. That's necessary. You go from being a warrior to a warrior. It's necessary that you're willing to fight with everything in you. And it's not over until you win.
Or the fat lady sings, huh?
Oh, yeah, no, but some people quit while she's clearing her throat.
Oh, word. That's a word right there. All right. So you said we all don't know how strong we are until we are put in a position that we have to be strong. And no doubt yourself. I mean, we've read your story, we've listened, we've watched, and we know that you have gone through some very trying circumstances. What was it that prevented you from giving up, from quitting?
Well, even now, as I talk to you right now, I every morning when I wake up, I'm involved in a battle because I'm dealing with 4th stage cancer. for 29 years under the auspices of Cancer Centers of America. I get treatment every 3 months. But I had something that happened for me that was very beneficial. When we speak, just like your program, and I want to congratulate you for this program that you're doing that's transforming people's lives that you'll never, ever meet. When you do your
Thank you.
program, when you speak and you're speaking and you're coaching, what we do is we distract, dispute, and inspire. How people live their lives is a result of the story they believe about themselves because their environment, because of the relationships, because of their observations, and the conversations that we are exposed to when we're very young. So, having said that, when you look at our lives right now, many people have low sense of who they are. They've not taken the time to discover that and how powerful they are. Mark Twain said that the two most important days in your life, the day that you're born and the day that you realize why you were born. And so people must be willing to work on themselves, to discover themselves. They must be willing to hold a vision of how they see themselves in the future and not buy into the distractions. We're living in a world now, they call it the attention economy, that things are so challenging right now, so many interruptions that you have to fight to get attention to yourself, to your story, to your products, to your knowledge, to your business. And so this is a time where you have to make yourself stand out. And that's what I had to do as a speaker. I had to make myself stand out. I was a raisin in a glass of milk. Mm.
All right.
And yes, and so we're strong. We're powerful. We're the children of the ones who would not die. And so therefore it's in our DNA to win. That's why people work so hard to keep us down and put together systems to keep us out and to oppress us and to prevent us from advancing beyond where we are right now.
Yeah, yesterday was my birthday, and I posted a
Happy
poem.
belated birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. So I'm getting my birthday present by even talking with you. So
Thank you.
I posted one of my favorite poems by Maya Angelou, and it's "I rise, still I rise. You may write me in the very dust, with your bitter, twisted lies, but I'm gonna rise. I'm still gonna rise, no matter what." You said two things I want to touch on a little more. One is the fact that you are thriving even in the midst of stage 4 cancer. Let's talk a little about things that may surround that, because I know firsthand when your health is challenged, it attacks you, or it affects you differently from when you have an entrepreneurial challenge, from when you have a relational challenge. Personally, there's a level of fear that would want to come around that, because if you don't have health, if you don't have your life, then clearly your purpose no longer exists because you cease to exist. When you were told about that initially, your situation initially health wise, how did it affect you, and what were the transitional phases that you've been through since then, and how long ago has it been? I think you mentioned it, but remind us.
It's been 29 years, but listen to me closely. This person was very much like you. Dr. Alfred Goldson, he was one of the most outstanding and brilliant oncologists in the country. He said, "Mr. Brown, you have prostate cancer. Your PSA is 2,400. I said, "What's that?" He said, 1 to 4 is normal. I said, "Is there anything else?" He said, "Yes." I said, "What?" He said, "It has metastasized to 7 areas of your body. It's eaten 43% of your T1 vertebrae." I said, 7 areas? He said, "Yes." I said, "Wow." He said, "Why are you excited?" I said, 7 is my lucky number. I said, "I'm one of 7 children. I was born February the 17th, Joshua marched around the walls of Jericho 7 times. Naaman dipped himself in the river Jordan 7 times. 7 is my lucky number. I said, is there anything else? He said, yeah. And you're ugly too. I said, you didn't call me ugly there? Yeah, you ugly. Whoa, my God, this is wrong. This is a malpractice suit. He said, but you got this. I never tell my patients that they're terminally ill. What I say is that my talents, my abilities, and my skills have terminated. Now, you and God determine the prognosis. I determine the diagnosis. And as a result of that interruption, I left there with a heart full of faith. Most people in a faithful situation, they forget everything and run. But then there are others who, because of that faith in their heart, faith not tested can't be trusted. They face everything and rise. And I said, I got this. In fact, to the extent that the cancer rate in my neighborhood dropped by 97%. Wait a minute, you're not going down that street. Les Brown lived down there. Oh, no. Let's go find another street where they got a lot of wimps down there.
No, you're just too funny, Les. I mean, I like how you're able to tell your story in a way that, I mean, it's something that's extremely serious, but at the same time, you've been able to share it in a way that, you know, it brings inspiration and light to any dark situation, any dark circumstance. You said something very profound. Faith not tested cannot be trusted. And that's a whole nother conversation right there. That's a word. That's a whole word. That's a whole sermon, right? If you were in church, you just say, pass the collection plate because it's time to go and do the benediction, right? I'm with you right there. Mm-hmm. There are those who face everything and run. Then there are those who face everything and rise. And it's all a matter of choice, because whether you believe you can or cannot, either way, you are correct. Either way, you're correct.
We make choices, and our choices make us. See, fear is a choice. Faith is a choice. And my son, John Leslie, who's a motivational speaker, and he has on his answering service, your faith is a down payment on your future. But when people talk about fear, many people, they talk about Zig Ziglar, false evidence appearing real. But faith, finding answers in the heart, because where your heart is, there your treasure is also. And so most people are living a fear-driven life as opposed to a faith-driven life. And that requires discipline. That requires pushing past the fear and embracing the faith that allows you to stand. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor.
Hallelujah.
Come on now.
Yeah, man. Let's preach. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. You alluded to standing out earlier. No, if ever there's a time we need to stand out, particularly in the digital age that we're in, is now. And of course, we know we're all faced with this global pandemic, which we're thriving amidst everything else. We're thriving, and I refuse to say we're surviving. We're doing more than surviving. We're thriving. But how do we intentionally stand out, when we're all clamoring for the same customers, we're all clamoring for that same attention, for that same wallet share? How do we stand out, whether it's in entrepreneurship, whether it's in ministry, whatever it is our calling is? How do we stand out amidst the noise?
I'm going to check you on that. Majority of people are not looking to stand out. The majority of people just want to get from day to day. They're in survival mode. But what it takes to live, the road to life is straight and narrow, and few there be that find it, because few there be that are willing to hold themselves to a higher standard. Few there be that'll be disciplined and focused and become a no matter what person. Few there be that are willing to sacrifice. Few there be that are willing to fight and to come back again and again and again. No, most people put more energy into a concert or a football game or some type of sporting event than they do in pursuit of their dreams, in pursuit of the next greatest version of themselves, in pursuit of living a greater life and a life that will outlive them.
Wow. Wow. I know that all you've said, Les, we can't achieve anything on our own. Just by, I mean, we have to put in that first effort, make that first step. I know that there are people who have influenced you in a very positive way, and perhaps along the way you said some, mention of those already, some of those already. But I want you to distinctly name three persons who have been influential in the person you are today. And even now, I'm sure that there are persons still, influencing you, and those that would have influenced you over the years.
My mother, number one. I always say that I'm here because of two women. One gave me life, and the other one taught me how to live life, Mrs. Mamie Brown. All right. And Mike Williams, who wrote the book, The Road to Your Best Stuff, The Road to Your Best Stuff. He saw this Les Brown before I saw him. I wrote the foreword for his book. And I just read great people. The first motivational speaker, Marcus Garvey. He was a master. And when you think about Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., these are some bad brothers up in here. It helped me to appreciate the value of words. Part of what I'm doing now is teaching people how to tell their story, how to create an experience with their story, to transform an audience individually and collectively. And when I discovered my superpower, you have it too. Your superpower is something that you love so much that you do it for nothing, but you do it so well that people will pay you to do it. Absolutely. A job is what you get paid for. Your calling is what you are made for. I was called.
Hey.
I was called to train speakers. Can you feel a brother up in here?
And speaking of that, I love that. I love how you responded, because it gives me an opportunity to segue into what I want to ask you next. I know that you're big on succession planning, huge on that. So tell us a little bit about that, in terms of how your kids are involved, your children are involved, but also how you're training other speakers, and what are some of the programs that you're offering now?
Well, the program that I'm really focused on is designed to represent my legacy. And it's not for everybody. It's just for those who want to become a dominant voice in their niche. It's called Hungry to Speak. People can go to hungrytospeak.com and invest in themselves for the gold package. And what I do is extract a person's story, help them to organize it, and to teach them how to deliver it, and teach them how to monetize it. How I got here. When I speak in the United States, I get $70,000 an hour. When I speak outside of the United States, I get $225,000 an hour. And so they don't pay you by the hour. They pay you for the value you bring to the hour. And so what I do is teach speakers how to become so good that you can't be ignored. When I came on the scene, there was nobody on these stages that looked like me. And I became so dominant in giving a presentation. I make a paraplegic jump up and run. Take no prisoners and eat the wounded. And I start at their ears like Mike Tyson. I love to make you laugh. I can see it. I said, he is crazy.
No, that's a good thing. I think that's what keeps you young, because you don't look nothing like 76. You look nothing like 76 at all.
Oh, you're very kind.
I mean, perhaps you're welcome. Perhaps you need to tell us a secret. In addition to laughter, what else is it?
Well, laughter is very important. It stimulates the lymphatic system, but also is that you got to learn to laugh at yourself and understand that every day is the best day of your life. If you don't believe it, try missing one.
Come on now. You
Yes,
know,
no, I love the life that I live. It's great to be me, baby. Come on now. And I live the life that I love. I'm teaching people how to live life on their terms. This is a new space where we are, where we've gone from brick and mortar to click and order. And so now we have available to us at our fingertips access to information that we can reinvent ourselves, that we can choose what direction we want to take our lives in, and what is it we're willing to learn. See, at the end of the day, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you're
mhm.
willing to learn, no one can stop you. And so
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know,
most
last
people are
week,
not going to discipline themselves to learn. They rather listen to foolishness rather than listen to a program like yours that will help them to get a larger vision of themselves. Here's something that's very important. What you listen to, you turn into.
word.
People say garbage in, garbage out. No, that's for computers. Human beings, garbage in, garbage stays. And it strengthens two viruses before the coronavirus: HIV, hood infected virus; AIDS, addiction to incarceration and death syndrome. Hmm.
Mm, mm. You
That'll
know,
preach, baby. Come on, I'm
yeah,
ready for
I
you.
know. Like, yeah, give him the microphone. Hey. So last week I was conferred with an award from Dr. Aoife Badjo, Islandpreneur of the Year. And she's based in St. Martin doing amazing work, amazing, powerful woman. And she said something, I think she was quoting somebody else, but she said something that just because it's dark doesn't mean it's not a new day, because midnight it is dark, but it's still a new day. And so I'm going to ask you, Les, as we are wrapping up our conversation, I'm going to ask you at this time to, in light of what I just said, and in light of what you do so well, give your final thoughts, your words of encouragement, perhaps something you want to say that I never got a chance to ask you. Just take it away with that.
I say it's not dark.
Mm.
I say call forth those things that be not as though they were. I say judge not according to appearances. There's
Mm.
mind sight and there's eyesight. What are you looking at?
What are you looking at?
Yes. What are you looking at? And as Shakespeare says, nothing is neither good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. There's an African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And so
Absolutely.
when I get up in the morning, I say, all things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Lord, whatever I face today, together, you and I can handle it. Mm-hmm. So
Absolutely.
I'd say to the people
Absolutely.
that are watching us right now, you have something special. You have greatness in you. You were chosen out of 400 million sperm. God had something in mind when he said, ooh, I want that one. I want that one. Oh, there's another one. That one that her name will be Carolyn. I want that one. Yeah. I want that one over there. His name Leon. Yeah, I want that one. Jamal. Yeah. You were chosen. There's something you have. You have built-in greatness lying dormant, waiting for you to call it forth. Let me give you a little word up in here. Do I have just a minute, please? In the
Yeah.
beginning was the word,
And the word was
was God.
I.
Okay. Here's the next thing. Death and life is in the tongue. Most of us speak death rather than life. Here's the next thing. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you, whatever dreams that you have. And they asked, when shall the kingdom of God come? And he said, the kingdom of God cometh not by observation. They shall say, it's neither lo here or lo there. Behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And here's something, and this is what you do in kingdom work. The kingdom is voice activated.
Woo. Solid. Voice activated. So you got to speak it.
You speak it and you back it up with work. Commit thy works, that's external work and internal work, unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Oh, behave. I love
No,
making you
I am well fed. I'm almost at a loss for words, and persons know me know that usually I'm not at a loss for words because I speak for a living like you. I speak for a living, Les. But
I
you
know
have
who
fed
you
us.
are.
You know who I am. Yeah. You have fed us.
I know I'm in the presence of greatness. I ain't
Hallelujah.
scared of you, honey.
Mm. You're checking me out. You're checking me out. But yeah, I am well fed because I'm in a season, and I believe we're all in a season that calls for this kind of inspiration. You know, I think it was Zig Ziglar that says, some people say that motivation doesn't last. Neither is bathing, and that's why we do it daily. Right? That is why we
Yeah.
do it daily. So I'm grateful. I'm just thankful. At this point, I am going to wrap. I know that you've shared with us already your where we can get your speaker your course, Hunger for
Yeah, go to
Speaking.
hungrytospeak.com, hungrytospeak.com. And if
Right.
they say that they heard me or saw me on your broadcast, then we have a special gift to send to them of motivation material that you can't get on
Anywhere else.
YouTube. No.
I love it. I
No.
love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Les. I cannot tell you how much I'm grateful. I'm humbled that you took the time. I know how occupied your schedule is. I'm not going to say you're busy because busy sounds, like you're just busy doing nothing. But you're very occupied. You're very in demand. And for you to spend some time with us this morning, my community, to inspire me, inspire my community, I'm grateful. For years, I have listened to you, even before I had any idea of what I wanted to do, who I thought I was, who I knew I could become, even before all of that, when I was searching for who I was, searching for that sense of self. You have been fundamentally that voice over and over in my ear, reverberating. And so to have this conversation with you, I am truly honored. I'm truly grateful. Thank you. Thank you to you and your team for making it happen. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to everyone here. Thank you to Alicia, my friend, Alicia Little. Thank you to everyone who has joined me to make this a reality. I know what is going to happen is that this video is going to be edited and put up again on YouTube so persons can watch it over and over again. And then it's going to go live as a podcast in a couple of weeks. So thank you again. I'm just going to close out the conversation now with the outro. So Les, it's up to you if you want to hang on for another 3 minutes while I close off, or you
Yes,
want to run because I know.
I'd like to say I want to thank you to Celeste Johnson, who is my business partner. She's a speaker extraordinaire, coach, and she also sings. And we're looking at doing something, partnering with you, doing something in Jamaica.
Yes,
And
please.
I'm going to send you something that I'd like for you to send to your viewers. It's a video that shows a major chapter that has taken place in my life. I'm going to send it to you today.
Yes, thank
And
you.
you're going to call me back and say, whoa.
Whoa. I think we have a little connection going on. You know that, right? We're in sync.
Without
Yeah, we do.
question. Yes.
We do.
Yes.
We do. All
So
right.
thank you so much. I appreciate you. And God bless you for your voice and for your commitment and the stand that you've taken with your life.
God
Bye
bless you. I
for
receive that.
now.
Thank you. Have a great one. Bye
You
bye.
too. Bye bye.